Tyler Tachman here with the Des Moines Register. It's Tuesday morning, on the way to football media availability right now. It's gonna be a kind of crazy few days. Going to, so we have availability today. I'm going to men's and women's Big Ten basketball media days, and then Columbus for Iowa football at Ohio State. So thought I was gonna take you guys, thought of taking you guys along for it. I don't know if you like these, but I guess I'm just making them in case someone does. I feel like I'm kind of talking into the void, but hey, let's see what the next few days has in store. Should be fun, should be busy. So let's get going.
Because there's always, like, you're never staying the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And I mean, I feel like that's a struggle. Because last season, I thought I started pretty strong last season. So, like, the way I'm looking at it is it's going to be a challenge to see if I can maintain this going forward. So, I mean, that's the...
if you want to play in the NFL, you'll probably play against some talented guys. So, if you can't play against NFL talent in college, you probably won't play in the NFL. That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
With the Des Moines Register. You guys beat Penn State in 2021 at Kinnick, but since then haven't beaten Ohio State, Michigan, or Penn State. What, from your perspective, where do you feel like that gap is, maybe between where you're and they're at, and what needs to be done to kind of close that?
Yeah, again, I'm not really looking at it that way. We just take each week individually. But, I mean, it kind of goes back. We've been playing pretty good defense. It's an old narrative. I mean, we've played pretty well defensively. We've had issues with the offensive line. And then last year we obviously had some challenges at the quarterback spot. So, it's yesterday's news. And if you're going to play a team that is nationally ranked, top 10 team, and, those teams you mentioned typically are in that neighborhood, I'm not saying you got to be firing on all three cylinders, but it sure helps. It gives you a chance. And
I got way too much stuff packed for a trip that's less than 3 days. I feel like my mom, when she's going to like a day trip at the beach, and it's like the entire car is like basically packed full.
Is that on the video?
Yeah, do you want it to be?
Nah.
Introduce yourself. What's your name and occupation?
Dark and Southern. Writer of words. Des Moines Register.
We on the way to Big Ten Media Days. Let's
start that show.
I swear that looks like the restaurant from the Bear. Look at this. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Are you gonna put just groceries in the video?
I didn't put the groceries in there, but I did get some groceries. Dang, that's crazy. I've just been kind of chilling in my room. First day of Big Ten Media Days with all the women's programs will be tomorrow, so we'll be back at it then. Wednesday morning, hit the gym, got some work done. Now about to pre-record a radio show, and then after that we'll be heading to day one of Big Ten Media Days. If Iowa's running game is just non-existent, because that's what's carried the offense, but if it's non-existent, then the pressure goes on to Cade McNamara's shoulders and being able to make throws in high pressure situations against Iowa State. He did not deliver, so that's the main question for me, is that I'd ride with Caleb Johnson as long as he can go, as long as that is warranting some production in a positive manner. But at a certain point, it might be up to Cade McNamara to make plays, and that's where the big question right now is for Iowa in the passing game.
played tennis in high school. I don't know if I've picked up a racket since high school yet. But I love spike ball. I don't have much time to play that either. Hannah's trying to get me into golf. I'm trying new things, but all I really do is sleep, eat, and play basketball.
Thank you. Thanks, ladies. Hannah, what were some...
Can you describe when you definitively found out you were going to be the next head coach at Iowa? I assume it was Beth that told you, but just can you describe what that was like as you kind of took that in?
Yeah. It was about 10 o'clock at night I got the call. It was just kind of a surreal, right? Because, you know, it didn't have to work out that way. I'm glad a lot of the fan base is as excited as I was and am. But it was just a moment, you know. I think I just sat in silence for a while and just thought about the journey. Thank you. A lot goes into that moment. Because am I like her parents here? Those are the golf. He was just choked up. I haven't played. Again, the positive is that this young team is going to...
All right, so day one at Big Ten Media Days is over. We're going to try not to get hit by a car here as we take a left. So I'm putting my faith in my guy. But thoughts from day one, it's like I would say they're embracing the change from Caitlin Clark in that they know it's always going to... her shadow and her legacy is always going to be there, but they want to kind of write a new chapter of the program. So that was my takeaway. I don't know, the setup was kind of weird for it. Like it was kind of cramped, and hopefully no one from the Big Ten is watching this. I apologize, but I appreciate you for credentialing me. But no, those things are fast paced anyway. So like there's a lot going on pretty quickly, and so I don't know. It's just like your brain is kind of spinning. I know I look so dumb taking a video of the kitchen. Alright, Giordano's pizza review. That's the last slice. That's not even mine. The crust wasn't too thick, but it had a nice kind of flakiness to it a little bit as well. And the cheese and the man, hey, I've been watching so much Food Network over my life. I know how to.
It's almost like your father cooks things for a living, bakes things for a living. It's in your blood.
It's almost like I got marinara sauce running in my veins, but no, it worked together really well. It tasted like it was like the taste palette was deeper than a regular pizza. So I would say Giordano's over Lou Malnati's in my opinion, just off of one trip to eat. All right, Thursday morning, hit the gym, got some of my stuff packed up. Now I'm just getting some prep work done for the rest of the day. Also last night I did some pre-writing just so I'm a little bit more prepared for today. But another day two. Today it's all the men's program, so we'll have Iowa and Fran McCaffrey, Peyton Sanford, and Owen Freeman. How you guys doing? Good?
I think we've got a lot of guys who are hungry to prove something. And I think that can sometimes be hard to find. Like, no one really has too big of an ego. People are confident. I think everyone on our team kind of anyone that's been around practice this year thinks, this team's special. The energy is different. The intensity is different. The attention to detail is different. I think, it's going to be a great year.
back home in Iowa, a little before 9 Central. So I tried to film, but it was just kind of hectic, a lot going on, so I didn't get a lot of video in. But so, you know, talked to Fran, wrote a story, talked to Peyton and Owen, updated the story, and then on the ride back, Chicago traffic is, or whatever, wherever we were at in Illinois, near Chicago, the traffic was horrible. But wrote another story after that, which will be posting Friday morning. Now, just back home in Iowa. I'm just uploading some more videos here. Gonna get unpacked, do some laundry, then heading to Columbus tomorrow. So gonna try to get some rest and let my brain just have a little bit of time off. And when I was going back in the car, there's a commitment for Iowa football. So a lot going on, but it was fun, and the journey continues. A little after 12 Eastern, I'm in Iowa, it's Central. A little after 12 Central. That's a good snapshot of where my brain's at. Actually, I did get a pretty good sleep last night. But anyways, headed to the airport, back on the road. Got to be home for a little bit, but got back packed up and everything, and headed to the airport to go to Columbus. So. Friday night, just chilling in my room, about to watch Oregon and Michigan State, and the only station I can find that has it on is Fox Deportes. So. This place is huge, it's no joke. Going back to the quarterback, you said you felt like Cade's kind of made strides. I guess what have you seen that kind of gives you that confidence about him moving forward?
I just think he's more comfortable and more decisive, and quicker getting the ball out. Which he was doing a really good job of that in the first half. They're rushing the pass pretty well too. Then and I thought he got the ball out, and we just have to get better collectively, and run the ball better will help us in that regard too. So.
Tom Cakered in the wild.
somewhat awake, sort of. Back in Chicago area.
Please recheck that you're.
So landed back in Cedar Rapids, now driving home a little after 11 a.m. Central on Sunday. You probably don't need me to tell you how the game against Ohio State went. Whoa. That's basically how it went. So yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep, but so I'm a little tired now. But even though like I am tired and the game was, you know, not great for Iowa, like I still, like it doesn't really feel like work to me. I mean, obviously I'm working and I'm doing work, but and then when the game is that way, it's not as like, you know, it gets kind of bland to cover, but it still like doesn't really feel like actually work, you know. So that's what I enjoy about the job, is that even though I'll be tired or, you know, traveling and stuff like that, it's still fun. Like I'm still watching sports, I'm still like analyzing sports. But yeah, so that's the last few days, man. It's been crazy. I'm gonna just try to rest up for the rest of the day. We'll be working tomorrow, so back at it. But yeah, thanks for following along, man. I just hope to give you guys a little bit of more insight to the job.